Hi, this is Beth again with my weekly book talk from the Sterling Public Library. And the first book I want to talk about, my new book, is this one. It's called This Light Between Us by Andrew Fukuda, which I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, but I don't really know. This is a historical fiction book that takes place during World War II. The first line is, he was 17 the first time he saw her. So this book, it centers around Alex, who's a Japanese-American boy living in Washington State on a strawberry farm. And he's 10 years old when the book starts. And he gets a pen pal, I think it's 1935. And he gets a pen pal through school, and she's a Jewish French girl living in Paris. And at first he's not excited about having a girl pen pal, but they keep writing letters and they get to know each other, and they end up being very good friends through letters. Well, fast forward 6 years, and the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor, and all of a sudden Alex's life changes a lot. His family, because they're Japanese American, are rounded up and sent to an internment camp, and it's kind of difficult. He still is sending letters to Charlie back and forth, but her letters become more sporadic, and he learns that there's a lot of persecution of Jews in Paris, and he's very concerned about her. He doesn't know what happens. He's kind of desperate to find out. Eventually, when he gets old enough, he joins the army, and he ends up going to Europe because he really wants to know what happened to her and fight in the war. So this book follows him all through to how the internment camp was, and all through boot camp, and through his time in the army and into Europe. It was a really, really interesting book. His character is really good. He's well-rounded, really deep, and the things that he goes through feel really real. And Charlie's character, though you learn about her mostly through her letters, she's very well-rounded also. You learn a lot about her, and it's a good character. I won't tell you how it ends because you'll have to read it yourself. It's definitely a really good book. Anyway, there's my first one. The second one I want to talk about is this one. It's called We Were Liars by Lockhart. It was published in 2013. It's a mystery. It's classified as a mystery. And the first line is, "Welcome to the beautiful Sinclair family." It's about Cadence is the main character. She is a member of the Sinclair family, who's this very, very wealthy family. In fact, they have a private island off the coast of the United States, and they spend every summer there. All of her cousins and aunts and uncles and grandparents and stuff. And she hangs out. She has a group of cousins and things that are about her age, and they all hang out and are very good friends and talk to each other. But the summer she's 15, something happens, and she ends up with this head injury from trauma. And she doesn't really remember what happened. In fact, she remembers very little from that summer. She remembers some things, but not everything, and she has no idea what happened with her accident and why it happened. But as a result, she's on a lot of medication, and she has migraines, and she's got some serious issues. Well, the following summer, she ends up going to Europe. Her father takes her to Europe. She doesn't go to the island. But the year she's 17, she goes back to the island with her mother, and she's determined to figure out what happened and get her memory back and find out what's going on. And it was really good. It kept me guessing the whole time. She is an unreliable narrator because she does have head trauma and amnesia, and you're following it totally from her point of view, and you don't know what's going on because she doesn't know what's going on. And the ending was really good. I was very surprised as to what actually happened. So this book, like I said, it came out a few years ago, and it was pretty popular when it came out, but it's been 7 years, so maybe you haven't read it. But if you haven't, it's still good. It's a really good book. Okay, that's all I have for today. If you want to tell me what you're reading, tell me something good that you've read. Give me some suggestions, that'd be great. Or if you have any suggestions for the video, or that you would like me to talk about, any books you want me to talk about, please, you can comment on YouTube, or you can comment on our Facebook page. Thanks. See you next week.